Jason working? Wow.
I do have Jason working on an off day, so
work.
that's dedication. Let's talk a little Cavs, though, guys. They ended up beating the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday by 12. Giannis went out in the second quarter, Tyvis, after having a dominant first quarter. He's going to be okay. After the game, Kenny Atkinson came into the locker room, or came into the press conference room and was like, "These are tough, man. These are tough." He said the team is in a slog right now. It's still trying to work through some early season things, get their rhythm right. They're 10-5 on the year despite not playing.
And another nothing game for Mobley there, Mike.
Mobley wasn't good. Allen wasn't good.
He's tough to watch, dude.
Sam Merrill.
It's so frustrating. I went to the game last night, by the way, Mikey, so I was there.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was there last night.
Text me next time. I'll come say what's up.
All right, I will.
It's just
dude, between him and Allen, I want to pull my hair out, and it's already starting to fall out.
Yeah.
So Mobley he's a very talented guy, obviously, but he's so frustrating. He's so frustrating when he's like a walking turnover. He just seems like he's always not smooth for some reason.
He's definitely not smooth.
He still looks Bambi-esque. I used this last year.
Thank you. That's a good way to put it.
He just sometimes a young deer runs gracefully, and sometimes a young deer trips up on his own feet. And there was one possession last night, and Dustin, I'm curious if you remember this
where he
one.
heaved it.
Well, he shot it with 10 seconds on the clock.
No. We'll talk about that in a sec. He got the ball 4 feet from the basket with A.J. Green, the Bucks' 6'4" shooting guard, on his back.
Former Bengals wide receiver, of course.
Having
a second career in
They
the
look
NBA.
very different. You can take that you want. One's a shooter, one's a receiver.
Yeah.
He had him pinned with his back to the basket.
True.
And he was not able to move A.J. Green. A.J. poked the ball out and ended as a turnover. Those are the positions when Evan Mobley catches on a switch, he has to punish teams for switching.
That's just not
and
him.
if A.J. Green, and he had a nice move on another switch later in the game, so he was 1 for 2 on those opportunities yesterday. That has to be like a 90% success rate. Like 50% is nowhere near good enough. And yeah, there's another game where
it's the mentality.
He wasn't good enough.
That's why I checked out on him. It's the mentality. If Evan had Donovan's mentality, he'd be the best player in the league, and it wouldn't even be close. Hands down. But
it's like getting nuts.
He would be.
That
man would be unstoppable.
He better than Jokic?
Yeah.
In basketball,
no.
Yes.
In basketball, y'all got to get this.
You know why? Because he plays defense, and Jokic is not a.
Sometimes you got it, and sometimes you don't. Like there's these evolutionary states where people be like, "Yo, he about to be crazy." No, sometimes you don't never evolve. His game is his game. His name is his name. Like if he didn't come. First of all, if you don't come into the league with a certain type offensive game, it's hard as heck. It's almost being like, all right, you ain't a defender. If you're a minus defender in college, what means you're going to be a plus defender in the league? Either you got it or you don't. I mean, there's a very 2 or 3 years where it could click for you and turn on. Like, put it like this. Donovan Mitchell was not at Louisville. Donovan Mitchell wasn't I'm him. But when he got to Utah in them first 2 years, the Himothy gene just turned on. And when he got the Himothy gene, it was over. Mobley don't have the Himothy gene.
That's a fact.
We were hoping he'd beat Kevin Durant. He's not even Chris Bosh.
Bro.
No, he was never beat Kevin Durant. No one said that.
All right, so we were hoping he was going to be Chris Bosh?
Did you see?
Kevin Garnett was the comp.
Yeah, he ain't going to be Kevin Garnett.
He don't got a better offensive game.
He got the mentality to be
He don't even got a better offensive game than Michael Beasley. He's not a skill.
Stop that.
Whoa,
Gee, come on.
Whoa, McNuggets.
Gee, listen,
No.
My Evan Mobley stock's in jeopardy, but let's not pretend Michael Beasley.
Let's be clear. You go back, listen, let me go ask LeBron. LeBron been on record. D-Wade been on record saying that one of the most offensively gifted players they've ever seen in their life is Michael Beasley.
In street ball settings. He was never a good pro, man. He was never a good pro.
Well, listen, here's the thing, man. You always got to understand, it's about where you go in being a pro and what opportunities you got. Not saying Evan Mobley is exponentially better than Michael Beasley. What I'm saying to you is the mentality that Michael Beasley has and ability to score from every single position on the floor, Evan Mobley don't have that. He just don't have it. And you can work on it. If you give him, think about it like this. If you give him the ball in the post on the switch, we still talking about is you going to punish him. Mm-hmm. Come on now. That's supposed to be barbecue chicken at all times. You got a little on you? Which way you want it?
It took me all the way to this year, but I'm with Bull. It's just
He'll never be better than Donovan Mitchell.
He's a nice player. He's a nice piece, but that whole being the best cat,
you wonder
miss me with that.
This is way too early to have this conversation. It's unfair, but
you gonna trade
it's
him?
a little more interesting than a regular season game against the Bucks. You wonder at the end of the year if Mobley just is what he is, which was last year, really good NBA player, all-star, second best defensive player in the league.
He's still playing like an all-star this year. What's
that?
He's still playing an
all-star.
level this
No,
year.
Nice piece. I'm not saying he's a bad player.
No. I'm just saying, like even though we're down on him this year, he's still playing at an all-star level.
Maybe after all this talk of blowing it up, maybe he's the guy they end up trading at the end of the year. Probably not, but
he'll never be the best player on
this
team with Donovan. No. He'll never be the best player, and frankly, I don't know like if he'll ever be the best player on a team that can compete for a title.
Right. I just think you could get more for him than anybody else you could trade.
Probably so.
But he's also the youngest of the group,
right?
So like.
Maybe that's the move. I don't know. Because if they flame out early in the playoffs again, you have to change something.
So their whole roster, and I don't want to dive super deep into like second apron stuff.
Yeah.
They have this year, next year, and then the roster's getting blown up regardless. Like
right.
you have this year, next year, then regardless of what happens, just based on how much money these guys are making and the way the contracts
Allen will be gone at that point, right?
That ain't enough.
Not necessarily. I mean, he's under contract through then.
Yeah.
But
I mean they'll let him go at that point.
They have decisions to make, but they have this year and next year with this current group. And then regardless of what you think of the core four, the ancillary pieces, they cannot keep it together past not this season, but next season.
You're insulting your own basketball knowledge, which is very high, by referring to them as the core four.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
Whatever you think of the combination of Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and Donovan Mitchell, I'm trying to save seconds here so we could have a discussion.
Yeah.
Okay.
They cannot financially keep that group plus others together past the next season after this. When Donovan's extension, by the way, and this is another thing that's coming up, Donovan's going to be in line for another Supermax extension when that comes. He's going to be 30 years old, and that salary for the Supermax, depending on the new CBA agreement, could be like $75 million.
Yeah, it's a tricky spot. And Donovan's never won a big playoff series, has he?
No.
You gotta think about it.
And Donovan's awesome.
As great as he is.
And we had comparisons of players, right? We had comparisons of players, and we had Donovan Mitchell like, yo,
tier
what
2.
tier? He's a tier 2
star.
He's two superstar, whatever the case you want to say.
Right.
But even if you look at Evan Mobley and why everybody is out on him, is because you guys have the vantage point of seeing other people that wasn't even primetime ball players. Like, they was good for their area, but he don't have the offensive game they got. I'll give you 3 names, and you can't even refute that his game better than theirs. Let's start with one. LaMarcus Aldridge.
L.A.
He don't got that game. He don't have LaMarcus Aldridge's game.
Because L.A. punished people in the paint, and he got that midi.